The difference between Muller chokes is what they've got something called GPSG, which, although it sounds like a military machine gun, it isn't. It is actually geometry specific something or other, okay? And what that basically means is because of the tolerances that the chokes are manufactured to, you essentially get the performance of two chokes in one. So the way Muller chokes work is, I'll talk about different ones in turn. So being on a shooting ground, we primarily sell a lot of competition guns, a lot of clay guns. So Muller, for the clay shooter, I've got what's called the Featherlite, which is ceramic coated. Now what that does is it means that the choke is harder, it's stronger, and because of the strength side of things, they're actually almost stronger than the barrel of shotgun themselves in terms of the coating and the build-up of the coating. So if you compare a Featherlite choke, a Muller Featherlite, to a different manufacturer that's made of titanium, this is actually lighter and stronger than titanium. They don't wear, they seat very well, and because of them being so light, I mean, we're talking probably, like I said, half the weight of some manufacturers' chokes. It doesn't affect the balance of the gun, so you almost don't feel them in the front of the gun. They've all come with this sort of inch and a bit extension tube on the end, available for various manufacturers of guns, Caesar Greeny, Blaser, Krieghoff, Beretta, the various types of Browning, Invector, Invector Plus, Invector DS, and a whole host of other ones. We haven't really spoke about what the numbers mean. Okay, so most people will be used to traditional choke measurements, cylinder quarter, half, three-quarter, full. These are a little bit different in that, like I say, they pretty much cover 2/3 chokes per constriction, and they start with U0 being, of course, the lightest choke, which I think is cylinder Skeet. So this is talking about the Featherlites here. Then you've got U1, which is Skeet and quarter. U2, which is probably the most popular choke for sporting, which is 3/8 and half, which is light modified, modified. And then you've got U3, which is getting quite tight then, which is sort of tight modified to improved modified and full. And then U4, which is the stuff you want for the really long stuff, and that's full and extra full. Now also there's quite a good explanation in this little Muller book that we've got, and we can send that to you if you ask for a copy. And that tells you also about, not only about the choke, but also what sort of range it's effective to. Because this is another thing we get asked an awful lot about chokes. People just assume by having the most open choke that that's the best option. The downside of doing such a thing is that, you know, the pattern breaks up very quickly and you get much bigger holes in the pattern. So that covers pretty much the Featherlight. So you've got the GPSG, that's not a machine gun, that's all to do with the geometry of the pattern of the choke and the tolerances. You've got the reduced weight and the hard wearing of the ceramic coating. Really exciting, not long been out. Come and see us soon. Thanks for watching.